Welcome to your stretch and mobility flow. I really feel that one of the most important things after pregnancy, after talking to women and understanding how you feel so disconnected to your body and like it's almost foreign to you, is to really do things that make you reconnect, that make you realize that your body is still yours and that you are in control of how it moves and what it does. The reason that stretching is so important, especially after giving birth, is that you're going through so many different changes and shifts in terms of your lifestyle, in terms of your body, that we want to make sure that you're releasing all that tightness and tension that comes from holding your newborn or sitting for hours on end while they sleep. Anything that's new or different, anything that really forces us to stay in the same position and really tense up, or especially round forward, we're going to focus on opening up areas that you probably feel a lot of stiffness and soreness, especially in your low back and your hips, and then also rotating those shoulders back and realigning your posture. So we're going to start on your knees, breathing with your hands on your lap. And I want you to let your head fall forward. You're going to hold it over to the side, breathing nice and deeply. Allow it to relax, but don't push it. And rolling it over to the other side. Just spend a couple deep breaths on either side. Rolling through the front, nice and gently. Just trying to release any tension in your shoulders. Lower them down. Once you've done either side about 3 times, you're going to pull the shoulders back, reach one arm up overhead, and you're going to push down on your elbow, pulling your shoulder blades back and really pushing down, feeling this stretch through your shoulder and through your tricep, wiggling your fingers and reaching down your back as far as you can. With every stretch that you do today, obviously the more time that you can give it, the better, but don't put pressure on yourself. The general rule is try to hold each stretch for 40 seconds minimum, and anything on top of that is a bonus. I would say, especially when it comes to your hip stretches and your hamstring stretches, try to prioritize those and give them a little extra time if you can. We're going to release from here. I want you to clasp your hands behind your back with the sides you can see. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together nice and tightly. Ooh, do you feel your back crack a little bit? I love it when my back cracks. And just try to raise those hands up as high as you can. Releasing and shaking it out. Okay, from here, you're going to get into your downward dog. So feet are wide, hands are shoulder width. You're going to shift back and send your hips back. The goal here is to focus on sending your heels down. So you want to just shift your hips side to side and press down on one heel at a time. Calf and ankle tightness is one of the most common things that actually prevents smooth movement patterns, and people don't really realize it. So my favorite, like downward dog, is one of my favorite stretches, simply because it really forces you to flatten out your back, stretches out your hamstrings, and especially because it really gets your calves. So we're going to come back to downward dog, but from here, you're going to take a big lunge step forward with your right leg, pushing that back hip down. So I want you to drive that back hip down. Body's going to come up nice and tall, and the most important thing here is to sink down the back hip. It's really easy and tempting to stay up here, but I want you to keep your shoulders back, body square in front of you, and sink in that back hip as far as you can. Allow it to relax and just breathe into it. I'm going to be doing everything single-sided in this video, but obviously it goes without saying, do one side and then the next. Just don't want to keep you here for an hour watching this, as fun as it is to film. So sink that back hip down. From here, you're going to take both hands to the inside of your leg. You're going to reach open and twist. Looking back, reaching back, and trying to open up your chest as much as you can and getting as much of a spinal twist as you can. Breathe into it. And let the hand come back down. We're going to take it back to downward dog. Once you've done both sides, the next stretch we're going to do is pigeon. So once again, really push into your downward dog. Let those heels fall down. Flatten out your back as much as you can. And then we're going to come forward, bringing that leg in front of us so that, ideally, your calf is in a straight line in front of you. It's perpendicular to you. And you're going to square your hips as much as you can. You might need a yoga block under your hip, and that's completely fine. If you need to be a little raised up, we just want to slowly allow ourselves to lower into the stretch. Guys, the most important thing that you need to focus on while you're stretching is your breath. If you're not relaxed and if you're tense, your body knows and it won't allow you to sink into these stretches. So just breathe, chill out, relax. Maybe you have a cute little baby on the ground next to you. Maybe you have a couple minutes to yourself. Really, whatever you do today, it's good. If you even spend 3 minutes stretching today, it's better than spending no time stretching. If there's anything that I'm trying to stress with this program, it's just do something. Something is always so much better than nothing. Once you've sunk into this a little bit, if you're feeling as though you can bend down a little further and get a little deeper into the stretch, you can drop onto your elbows, slowly lowering down. You can take it even further than that and lower down all the way onto your stomach, allowing that back hip to really sink down. And coming back up. Once you've done both sides, we're going to take your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. And we're going to get into a forward reach. So what happens here is people tend to round their backs, round their spines down to get their head down to their knees. That's not what you want at all. We want to focus on getting your belly button down first. So pull your shoulder blades back. You're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to exhale, getting your belly button down first. Trying to get your belly button to your thighs. That's the goal, okay? The closer your toes come to your face, the more flexed your feet are, the harder this is going to be. So challenge yourself if you can and if you're there by bringing your toes back. And just breathe. You can let your head relax once you're deep into the stretch. Just hanging out. From here, we're going to bring your body back up nice and tall. Bottoms of your feet are going to come together. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back. And once again, you're going to lead with your belly button first, hinging at the hips, and getting as low down as you can. If you want to push your knees down with your elbows, you can, or you can just let them show. Letting your body sink into it. It's all about just like trying to relax, trying to breathe, trying to stay calm. Your core might be really tired out from all the core work we've been doing, so just focus on deep belly breaths, just releasing all that air and releasing all that tension. Whether you're doing the TFGG Mama program or you're still in the game plan, still in the stage of like fresh, the postnatal program that we've been doing with the core work and the breath work and the walking, either way, it is equally important to incorporate stretching because we want to make sure that we're releasing any tension in your muscles and in your body and actually allowing it to move smoothly through the core work and through the full body work. From here, we're going to come up. You're going to lay down on your back. And I want you to extend both legs in front of you. Shoulders come back. We're going to pull one leg in, cross the leg across your body, bring in the other knee, and loop through for thread the needle. You can grab behind your thigh if you want, or behind your shin for a little bit of a deeper stretch. And you're just going to slowly pull that foot in toward you. Really feeling a deep stretch through your glute here. You want to try to get that knee and that foot as parallel as you can, rather than just letting the knee sink in. You want to really force the foot down too. Obviously with your stretches, you guys, you want to feel tension, but you never want to feel pain. With the hormones in your body right now, you actually are going to find that you're a lot more flexible than you probably have been in the past. That's perfectly normal. You don't, however, want to overdo your stretches and risk putting yourself at injury. So I would say the best feeling to go for is you do want to feel that tension and you do want to feel that lengthening in your muscles, but you don't want to feel anything that's too tight or feels like it's going to pull. Don't overdo it when it comes to stretching ever. It's never worth it. Extend those legs out again, and we're going to bring, once you've done both sides, we're going to bring that knee up to your chest, and you're just going to pull it in to your armpit. Breathing, keeping the hips square, keeping both hips on the ground, pulling in, trying to get it up as high as you can. And then we're going to pull it across the body all the way to the ground, letting your shoulder come up off the ground, and then you're going to reach over and get a spine twist, looking over your opposite arm. Breathing into it. There you go, you guys. So with all of those holds, it's going to be about a 15 to 20 minute stretch routine. I really look forward to hearing what you think, and I really look forward to helping you work through your core strength, your mobility, and everything in this TFGG Mobile program.